Have you ever wondered how our home, the Earth, came into existence? Our tale begins in the vast expanse of the cosmos, some 13.8 billion years ago with an event of colossal magnitude, the Big Bang. A singularity, infinitesimally small and immensely dense, exploded, spewing out matter and energy, setting the stage for the universe as we know it. Following this gargantuan explosion, the universe began to cool and expand. Matter started to coalesce, forming the first atoms, which then grouped together to create stars. These stars congregated, creating galaxies, the grand cosmic cities of the universe. And within one such galaxy that we now call the Milky Way, our story takes a more specific turn. About 4.5 billion years ago, a certain nebula, a vast cloud of gas and dust, began to collapse under its own gravity. At its core, the pressure and temperature rose, giving birth to our young sun. But what about the Earth? Well, it's here that the nebular hypothesis comes into play. This theory suggests that the planets of our solar system, including Earth, formed from the leftover dust and gas that didn't make it into the sun. These particles of dust and gas began to stick together, creating larger and larger clumps. Over millions of years, these clumps grew, forming planetesimals, the building blocks of planets. One of these planetesimals, through countless collisions and accretions, grew to become the Earth. But our Earth didn't start as the lush blue planet we know today. No, its beginnings were far more violent and chaotic. It was a molten mass bombarded by other leftover planetesimals. But over time it cooled, its outer layer solidified, and it started on a journey that would lead to the creation of life. So the Earth was born from the cosmic dust and gas, a humble beginning for a planet that would become home to countless life forms. Imagine a world of molten lava and noxious gases, a hellish landscape devoid of life. Welcome to the Hadean Eon. The Hadean Eon, a name derived from Hades, the ancient Greek god of the underworld, marks the very first geologic eon of our Earth. This was a time when our planet was nothing more than a roiling, tumultuous sea of molten lava. Picture a fiery sphere spinning through the cold void of space, its surface an ever-changing tapestry of magma and gas. There was no land, no sea, no sky as we know them today. It was a world utterly alien to us, a world where life, as we understand it, simply could not exist. But the Hadean Eon was more than just a period of infernal heat and volcanic activity. It was also a time when our planet was under constant bombardment. This epoch is marked by what we call the Late Heavy Bombardment, a period of intense meteorite impacts on Earth. For millions upon millions of years, meteorites, asteroids, and comets pelted Earth, their impacts further churning the molten surface and adding to the planet's mass. These celestial bodies, hurtling towards Earth from the farthest reaches of the solar system, brought with them water, volatile gases, and possibly even the building blocks of life itself. Yes, amidst the chaos and destruction, the seeds of life were potentially being sown. The Hadean Eon was a time of incredible violence and upheaval, but it was also a time of creation and transformation. The relentless pounding from the late heavy bombardment, the churning of the molten surface, and the cooling and solidifying of the crust all played a part in shaping our planet. Each impact, each volcanic eruption, every single moment of this fiery eon contributed to the birth of the Earth we know today. This was a time when our world was being forged in the fires of creation, a time when the foundations of our home were being laid. It was a time of chaos and transformation, a fiery crucible that laid the groundwork for the world as we know it. From the fiery chaos of the Hadean, life emerged in the Archean and Proterozoic eons. As the Earth began to cool down, the first continents formed during the Archean Eon, a period that spanned from about 4 billion to 2.5 billion years ago. These landmasses were not the familiar continents we know today, but rather they were smaller, unstable islands floating in a vast ocean. As these islands collided and merged over millions of years, they eventually formed the first supercontinent, aptly named Valbara. Meanwhile, beneath the surface of the ocean, something extraordinary was happening. Life was beginning to take hold. The first life forms were simple, single-celled organisms, not much more than blobs of genetic material, but they marked the start of something truly amazing. As we move on to the Proterozoic Eon, which lasted from about 2.5 billion to 540 million years ago, the stage was set for a major transformation. Oxygen, a byproduct of photosynthesis carried out by these early life forms, began to accumulate in the Earth's atmosphere. This oxygenation event, also known as the Great Oxidation Event, was a turning point in Earth's history. It paved the way for the evolution of more complex life forms. By the end of the Proterozoic eon, the first multicellular organisms had appeared. These were still simple creatures, but they were far more complex than anything that had come before. They were the precursors to all the diverse life forms we see on Earth today, from the smallest microorganisms to the largest mammals. So, from the fiery chaos of the Earth's birth, life emerged. From the formation of the first continents to the appearance of the first multicellular organisms, the Archean and Proterozoic eons were a time of incredible change and progress. It's incredible to think that from such hostile beginnings, life found a way to emerge and thrive. As we enter the Phanerozoic eon, life on Earth takes a dramatic turn. This eon, spanning the last 540 million years, is a period of Earth's history that saw life forms become significantly more diverse and complex. It's as if life itself had been handed a paintbrush and an array of colors, and began to paint with broad, bold strokes. One of the most pivotal moments of this eon was the Cambrian explosion. Imagine, if you will, a sudden burst of creativity in nature's design studio. This was a relatively short period, geologically speaking, when the ancestors of most modern animal groups began to appear. It was as if life was experimenting with forms and structures, leading to an unprecedented variety of creatures. But it wasn't just the animal kingdom that was flourishing. The plant kingdom too was coming into its own. Plants, with their ability to harness sunlight and turn it into food, were the unsung heroes of this age. They helped to create a stable environment that could support more complex life forms. From simple mosses and ferns, the evolution of plants led to towering trees and a wide variety of flowering plants. And then, after billions of years of evolution, came the arrival of a species that would change the course of life on Earth: humans. Our journey from the first hominids to modern humans is a story of adaptation, innovation, and survival. We learned to use tools to control fire, to build societies. Our ability to learn and adapt has been key to our survival and growth. But with great power comes great responsibility. As the dominant species on this planet, we have the power to shape its future. We can choose to protect and preserve the diverse life forms that share this world with us, or we can choose to ignore them, with potentially devastating consequences. The Phanerozoic eon, the age of visible life, marked a significant turning point in Earth's history, leading to the diverse and vibrant world we live in today. Our journey through Earth's history has been a wild ride, hasn't it? Let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible voyage we've embarked on together. We began our tale with the mystery of Earth's origin, where a swirling, chaotic cloud of cosmic dust and gas collapsed under gravity's unforgiving force, forming the foundation of our beloved planet. It was a time of intense heat and relentless pressure, a fiery beginning that forged the Earth's core, mantle, and crust. From there, we witnessed the birth of life, a miraculous event that transformed our once barren planet into a vibrant oasis. The first microscopic organisms, humble in their simplicity, set the stage for a grand spectacle of evolution. They began the process of photosynthesis, filling our atmosphere with oxygen and paving the way for more complex forms of life. We then ventured into the age of visible life, a period filled with an explosion of diversity. From the first plants to the rise of dinosaurs, and eventually the emergence of mammals, the Earth bloomed with an array of life forms, each playing a unique role in the delicate balance of our ecosystem. And now, we find ourselves in the present day, the culmination of billions of years of cosmic events and biological evolution. We stand as the latest chapter in Earth's ongoing story, a testament to life's resilience and adaptability. Yet, our journey doesn't end here. Earth's story is still being written with every passing moment. As we move forward, we carry the legacy of our planet's history, a history rich with triumphs and tribulations, disasters and recoveries. And it's up to us to ensure that this legacy continues to thrive. From a swirling cloud of cosmic dust and gas to a thriving, diverse planet, Earth's story is a testament to the incredible power of nature and the resilience of life. It truly is a remarkable tale, don't you think?